Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and this is Retrobot. Retrobot?
Beep. Beep. Get bent.
You are not Retrobot. What happened to Retrobot?
Well, I thought it would be nice if I helped him learn some chores around here. So I thought it'd be nice if he helped with the laundry.
What did you do? What did he... Can we turn on the nanny cam? Can we please...
What?
I am a suspicious... Retrobot! What? In what universe does that make sense?
Wait, if you have fabric softener, right?
So?
Well, bounce. Yes, bounce works better. So I thought he could help bounce your laundry.
Retro. Sorry, Retro buddy.
Not sorry.
You know,
your bow tie smells.
I really thought
Needs to be washed.
Honestly, I would have thought that the dryer would have made him more warm and fluffy, but I don't think that that's the case.
Oh, there's a fluff setting on that?
We'll get there. Sorry. So anyway,
Not sorry.
So this is not Retrobot. This is Dawn, and we are kicking off a new series. We are going to talk about the Unicron Trilogy, and we're going to be showing all the Unicron Trilogy toys that we can gather together, starting with Armada. Blippity blappity bam. Look at that. We've got Megatron here with the Star Saber. Technically, it's the Energon Saber and Tidal Wave. And we're going to be talking about those guys. But before we get to that, we've got toasts.
We have toasts.
We have toasts.
I'm enjoying some nice Retrobot subtly sweet peach tea. Because I am both subtle and sweet.
Well, no part of that statement was true at all. I'm not disagreeing with you, pal. You just relax. Maybe
you'll be fine.
Maybe.
Hey, Retrobot, I told you I'd take you for a spin.
Oh, jeez. Now, just you're gonna get us thrown off the air. All right, YouTube has standards. You're not allowed to use any of that language. So ignore that algorithm. Just ignore that. So without any further ado, a toast to Rob S. Great. Are you gonna get that?
Yes, yeah, I have the second bottle.
Keyboard.
I wasn't expecting you to clink it that hard. I even drank some. They fill these things. Retrobot sweet tea is filled to the top. There's,
Well, yeah, you do a good job on that, Retrobot. Anyway, a toast to Ty Guy. A toast to Colleen. A toast to Nathan, Connie, Lyric, Cadence, Cinder, and Ella Fillion. A toast to Asher and Michael Spicer. A toast to you. A toast to you, Retrobot.
Are you nice and toasty? Thought I put that dryer on high.
He seems like he's in a foul mood. And of course, last but not least, a toast to the lovely and talented Monica, without whom none of this would be possible. Toast to you, sweetie. All right, so before we jump into Transformers Armada, let's do a little show and tell. We have show and tell stuff, and you know what? We have a camera on your side if you would like to use the camera.
Okay.
You have Minnie Mouse.
So, all right. So we're starting with the UFO Minnie Mouse pin from MLP Trinary.
Yes. So. Another... That was a gift, right? Yeah.
That was a gift.
Well, thank you, MLP Trinary. That's beautiful. Look at that. And it's very shiny. And
very, very shiny.
That's gorgeous.
Wonderful.
And did that come from Canada? Nope. Okay. We've also got Minnie Mouse's outfit from Babs Wolf. So thank you very much, Babs.
Some nice Velcro there and everything. Yeah,
that is really cool. And then we've also got, so here I'm gonna switch views here, and I will move here. You can take him. He wants to do the splits. So
you're getting out. He's doing a split.
Yeah. We got a whole bunch more Final Faction. I'm guessing that this counts as Series 3 at this point.
Hey Clay, is this the Final Faction?
Yes, it's Final Faction. So we got a bunch more, and of course I bought more than just this. But we've got all these new upgrade kits for Final Faction, and we're going to be doing a Case of the Mondays episode, because you know when I just get a whole bunch of stuff all at one time, then I like to do a Case of the Mondays, because it's a case. And oftentimes I release those videos on a Monday. It's a case. See, it's called Case of the Monday. You get a whole case full.
Well, he probably did buy a case of those.
We technically didn't get. They were already unpacked, so they weren't in the case. But yeah, so that's coming up, and of course we'll be doing standalone Short Circuits videos about all this stuff, which will be releasing over the next several weeks. So lots of that stuff. And also this week, I got this. Take a look at this. This is the Core Class Spike in an exosuit. And
Studio 86.
Studio 86. And I have opinions about this figure. I have many opinions. Okay, I have several opinions. I mean, it's probably not big enough to have many, but I do.
Oh, I don't know. For the size of that figure and the opinions you can have about that figure, I believe they are disproportional.
You know, there's some goods, there's some bads, there's some in betweens. Anyway, so that's going to be coming up also, probably on a Transformers Tuesday. So also, just kind of a little sidebar here. Lately, we've known a lot of people that are having health issues. There's, of course, the ongoing pandemic and COVID going everywhere and everybody getting it, including Monica. You got it, 2 weeks ago now? And it kind of lingered for a week, and somehow I managed to not get it, or at least not really manifest symptoms. It does not Starscream.
It totally does.
I mean, that doesn't even make sense. But our neighbor Bernie went into the hospital, and she's it's looking good now. It was a little bit worrisome for a while there, but but we're sending Bernie. We're sending you all of our positive juju. Mark Lungo is recovering from a procedure, and so we're thinking of you, Mark. We hope that you get better very soon, and we hope that your recovery is as quick and painless as possible. And also, my Aunt Sherry is still recovering from a hospital stay, and that's been kind of rough going as well. So, if you've got people in your lives that are having health problems or just in general pain, our thoughts are with you, and we hope that you recover soon. So, all that being said, Transformers Armada. So, Transformers, the toy line for Transformers Armada was first released in 2002. Now, this would have been following the Transformers Robots in Disguise, now known as Car Robots. In Japan, it was Car Robots.
It's the easier way to distinguish, since there are two American toy lines that have robots in disguise.
And it's probably not the last time that they're going to use that name either.
Well,
that's my guess.
Just add some extra to it. Like, one is just robots in disguise, and one is, I don't know,
robots with a Z.
There you go.
Robots.
You know.
See, Hasbro, I should be working for
well, you think about it, the real thing is they knew going in animated wise what they wanted to do with Armada. But they needed to fill for time, so they just grabbed what they could and just ran with it.
Making the gap filler series of...
Well, using the gap filler series.
So, but before then was Beast Wars. Now, just to give you some idea, we have Sideburn here from Car Robots. And he's, in fact, let me just change the view so that you can see him proper. All right, so we've got Sideburn here, and he's got a really an atypical transformation. It is not symmetrical. He's got lots of articulation, lots of kibble. He is mostly a shell former with the entire roof of the car just kind of hanging off of his shoulder, the hood of the car, not even making wings on the back. They're just sort of there to not be in the way as much as possible. Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot of integrating the robot parts into the vehicle and vice versa. Before that, we had Beast Wars, the whole Beast era, really, where again you have lots of ball joints. You have really excellent articulation, especially on the heels of the Generation 1 Transformers line and the Generation 2 line, which had a lot of Generation 1 remolds in it. So to see this kind of manufacturing was a whole new deal. And so then we get to Armada, and suddenly the aesthetic is completely different. And the play style is different. Articulation is secondary. I know. That's his pitchfork. Just in case you didn't get the reference, that's Don's pitchfork. Instead, they were kind of going back to basics. They were making toys to be played with by children. Gone were the complicated shell-forming things that took a college degree in order to do effectively. And instead, they were getting back to basic, more chunky forms with robots that had gimmicks, pop-out weapons, and of course for Armada, that meant minicons. They would use minicons to activate a lot of the gimmicks. Some of the gimmicks really impacted pretty substantially
Well, usually most
on those robot designs.
most times when you put a gimmick in, it's going to impact because you've got to fit the gimmick in.
Right.
And
But some gimmicks lend themselves a little bit easier.
well, like the firing weapons that, they did where the little missiles pushed out, they weren't spring-loaded, actually was a good gimmick that they
Oh, yeah,
used
because
multiple times that they won't come back
the
to.
first time I saw that was on the Cyber Jets, which I believe
Yeah.
were part of Transformers Generation 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it was brilliant because they could have a firing missile with just two parts, the missile and the launcher, which was a single molded piece that, the missile would have a little ball on it. The molded piece had sort of a little claw, and then the back of the missile would stick out the back. You push it in to the point where that ball just gets past the claw, and then the spring action of the launcher pops it forward, and it goes. And we have some minicons right here, which actually have the exact same feature. So let's go ahead and show that.
And I believe before you put
here, I can.
Don't you have to
No, you absolutely give me that. So no, put nothing in your mouth.
They're bite size.
So yeah, you'd have a single piece launcher like this that kind of looks like a little claw. You have the little ball, and let me zoom in just so that you can really see what's going on here. And then you click it into place, and then just by pushing the back, it's going to fire that out the front. Now, let's just see if I had some kind of a target to shoot at. Let's pick somebody completely at random. Oh, look, it's Core Class Hot Rod. There we go. Yeah, it's Core Class. You see, you thought I was going to choose somebody else.
You're just going for the Protoform Studio 86 wheelie. I'm just saying right now, Studio 86 wheelie is going to be a remold of that guy.
You could be right. I do see some design similarities. So, all right, here we go. You just push and look, and it's gone.
Got a second one.
Okay, wait here. I'll block off where that went. We're going to try this again.
Told you, should have licked it.
Of course, he's in car mode. Oh, look at that. It came back. That's great.
Ooh,
all of its own
lollipop.
volition. That's awesome. All right, so here, let's oh, boo. Okay. That first one. There we go. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit.
I don't
So,
know. I feel like I'll tell you what. There is a difference between those two missiles you were shooting. That's the one that fired really far. This one's a little more front
Oh,
heavy.
those are different missiles. Okay, so they probably aren't. That I was probably shooting the wrong missile for the wrong guy. Okay, so, but yeah, so they they had their gimmicks. They some of the gimmicks really impacted those designs pretty profoundly, and so. This was a very different line. Of course, we had the cartoon, which at the time, I'm just going to say it, I did not like the Armada cartoon.
Well, They set up. They says we're going to do a joint venture between Hasbro and Takara. The whole, it's this one thing, and there was not a lot of communication there. I mean, there was
not a lot of communication in the show.
Yeah,
these scenes did not make a whole lot of sense. The sad thing is that looking back on it, Armada was the best of all three TV shows. So okay, are we going to show this? Oh no, okay, but Yeah, so we had Transformers Armada, and it had stuff. It did have some good things going for it. It kind of reimagined the Transformers characters. We got a very different kind of Optimus Prime. I'd say probably the biggest departure from Optimus Prime
Outside of a monkey?
outside of Beast Era, but even though originally it was conceived to be Optimus Prime, I think it was the showrunners who decided that this was not Optimus Prime, this was a descendant, which made him a completely different character, and that fit.
Well, true. But is it really that much of a departure than Fire Truck Optimus Prime and Robots in Disguise?
Fire Truck Optimus Prime still turned into a flat front truck, even though he was a fire truck, but he was a red and blue, mostly red, flat front truck, and his robot mode just looked like a very stylized G1 Optimus Prime. He still had chest windows. He still had,
thinking of
metal abs.
Mostly red Optimus Primes, that makes me think that Joy is here.
Joy is here! Good segue. That was subtle. You are subtle and sweet. Who knew? A toast to joy. Welcome, Joy.
Told you.
So,
Retrobot can attest that I'm subtle and sweet.
So yeah, Transformers Armada. There were parts of it that I loved about that series. I'm talking about the toy series. Like I said, I wasn't wild about, but I will say that the last episode of Armada actually, I saw the end fight with Megatron and Optimus Prime, and that made me want to go back and watch the rest of the series.
Here is, I say, though, I was gonna say, Monica put it up there, and that is that Starscream also became a sympathetic character. He had a good Starscream's arc in that series.
True. And I did not when it at the time that it was running, I didn't give it enough of a chance to get there. Having watched it after the fact, you're absolutely right, and it's actually not a terrible cartoon if you stick with it long enough and you don't hope for more than what it is. It has its strengths. We recently went through Robots in Disguise. We watched the whole series.
The more recent one?
No, Car Robots.
Car Robots, okay.
And once I got past the fact that it was just going to be kind of a goofy comedy, not an adventure, then I liked it a lot better. So anyway, why don't we let's just, before we jump in, I know I've been teasing out actually showing any toys, but just to clarify, we are not going to be showing every repaint, every re-release, every universe figure that was sort of an Armada figure. That we're not doing that. Are you joining the angry mob? Is that what that means?
Maybe.
That's exactly that is what it means.
No, I am avataring for the angry mob here in the studio because they cannot be here.
He's joining the angry mob. That's if he could set something on fire, then
he won't let me.
He would. And you're right. You're not allowed to set anything on fire. Anyway, so but what we are going to do is just for example, there are 7 to 10 different Star Saber toys. We're not showing all those. Instead, we're covering the versions that we like best and the ones that best represent the concept of the toy or character. And that's not just an artistic decision for this series. That's also how I bought back then because I was poor. You know, that I was in college at the time, and I did not have the budget for a lot of toys, so it was.
He spent many times. His main job was a server.
Yes, I was a waiter.
Yeah.
At a Pizza Hut.
You are so cheap.
I am. I absolutely.
Well,
am.
it's
And
you know,
if the toy didn't look good to me, I just didn't buy it, which is why we've got some holes in our collection that we've had to get like secondhand stuff, and But nonetheless, let us.
You wanted to start with
Megatron. Let's get Megatron.
Okay, here's Megatron.
Because
but we don't want the Star Saber.
we don't need the Star Saber yet. We'll get to the Star Saber. And
okay, I'll just put the Star Saber away.
No. It has a handle, but it's not a lollipop. It's translucent, but it is not a lollipop. Nothing that I own that is made of plastic. Nothing that I own that is not sold as food should go into your mouth. So, anyway. And Monica says I pretty much just described a lollipop. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at Transformers Armada Megatron, and I'm gonna adjust the camera just a little bit here and change the view. Transformers Armada Megatron is a pretty interesting toy. He doesn't look like Megatron. That's the most obvious thing about him, is that you look at him, he's got giant horns that are so big that they can't stay in the view of the camera. And yeah, actually, let's just zoom in, because I feel like you're not getting to appreciate him by having his whole body in the frame all at once. It's better to see the detail. At least I think so. So there we go. We've got Transformers Armada Megatron with his giant, ridiculous horns and his just ridiculous shoulders that are even bigger than the ridiculous horns. And you look at that face, and he is sort of vaguely Beast Wars, Beast Era Megatron-esque, but honestly, it's just a robot face. It's not really specifically looking like anybody. And Rob S says it's Mega Moose.
Well,
you should be.
And Moose are great. Yeah, Moose are absolutely great. Well, come on.
He does definitely have sort of a Bullwinkle thing going here, like, "Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat."
But I don't know. Moose are great, and they're nasty. So that's fine for Megatron.
So,
and I like the fact that do these actually twist down? They don't twist forward, do they?
No, they don't twist.
In the cartoon, at one point in time, these things actually folded forward, and I think he had Hot Shot caught by them. That's awesome.
You look
roar,
and
roar, roar.
even Car Robots Megatron. Here, let's get the camera. So even Car Robots Megatron, no real similarity. They're just mean looking guys.
In the original Japanese, I believe he was Gigatron, not Megatron. And it wasn't until somebody so he was supposed to be a completely different character in that series. When it makes the dub, they just say, "Oh, we're calling him Megatron."
Yeah.
So
the good guy has to be Optimus Prime, and the bad guy has to be Megatron.
Actually, because think of it, the whole thing, but they were just convoys. They were all convoy.
Right, but for any American release,
they were primes.
Yeah, have we ever actually gotten an American release, like a main character release, that was named Convoy? Because I don't think that they have ever actually used the name Convoy for any main prime toy. It's always some kind of prime. So anyway, this is a continuation of a tradition that would start I'm going to hand this back to you.
I don't know if I'd say it's... Well, I mean, yes, admittedly, the Beast Era's Megatron was supposed to be a completely different character.
He was a different character.
But it already... Since you went with a different character, it did set a precedent that people could start thinking of something else as named Megatron.
But, the funny thing is that when they went back to robots as vehicles, and that is something that they came back to for the purposes of the Car Robot series, then it went back to Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime. But Megatron, his identity was just lost. It was completely lost. And
I think some of that goes back to the fact that if you want to Optimus Prime is a truck. You can do that. What do you do with Megatron? Because in the G1 he was a gun.
In G2 he was a tank, which
was
worked.
A tank, but
and this guy's a tank, but that's the only. He's got green on him. That's the only similarity to Gen 2, which I thought. I'm just gonna say that I thought G2 Megatron, at least in form, his likeness, he was a great looking Megatron. His body was different from the flat-chested Gen 1 Megatron, the all-silver. Instead, he was purple and green. But that big tank body chest with treads on it, and then having a giant cannon on his shoulder instead of the giant cannon on his arm, I mean, that worked. It was still very clearly identifiable.
And the giant cannon even said big stick.
It did. We will talk about that someday.
But then again,
we will talk about that someday. But it was very clearly still Megatron. You could not mistake that
the
for
Buckethead.
Anyone else. It was the bucket head, but it was also
if this had a bucket head, you'd be fine with it. Other than it would have a bucket head on a tank.
I gained a respect.
I'm sure Monica is going to dig out the kit bash.
I gained a respect for Armada Megatron.
Oh, no, it's G2.
Because
I see him.
This toy is actually a really cool toy. So let's go back to this view just to show what we've got here. Oh well, we've got let's show this toy. We're going to show this toy. So this is G2 Megatron, and G2 Megatron turns into a big tank, and it's a great big, not like a great big tank, but it's a great big tank, and
with a sound box.
Unfortunately, it does have a sound box. But
I remember at some point in time, we're driving down the strip district. He has this in the back of my car. And this thing is just rumbling along. Every time we hit the slightest bump, the darn thing will not stop making noise.
Megatron, attack! Megatron, attack! So, you've got... So you've got this, big chest and big shoulders and a big gun, and he looks like that, and I feel like this is an appropriate body for Megatron, and yes, it does say
right there, buddy.
So
G2, it was all about subtlety.
And that it was not. But yeah, you get to Armada, and there is... I feel like part of this goes back to even back to the Gen 1 era, when Optimus Prime, during Transformers the movie, he died. And he was replaced... by I know,
didn't
spoiler.
say spoiler.
So Optimus Prime dies, and they replace him with a different guy for a season.
Unfortunately.
Rodimus
Prime.
Rodimus Prime in that incarnation was just it was terrible. But nonetheless, Optimus Prime never changed who he was, and then later he came back as Power Master Optimus Prime. Rob S says, oh, wait a minute. Here, let me do it in a Megatron voice. Okay, so Rob S says,
G2 Megatron, I am a very chunky brick. Kind of wish he had hip articulation. Smaller hero Megatron, fix that. So,
Does that actually work? Because I thought we tested that and used the sound effect button.
I've already got the sound effect button on.
Oh, okay. I know.
At least it should have.
But unfortunately, we won't know. In the comments when he was doing the Megatron,
It should have been
voice,
all echoey.
Was it echoey?
Wow,
Because-
yes.
All right, cool.
I have learned to use the effects settings on the sound box. So this is Bludgeon, who is a repaint of that Megatron, and this one does have hip articulation, which is really good. I love this toy, and I love that it's got posability. You know, it's got articulation, but yeah, this is what the Gen 2 larger toy could have been if it didn't have a giant sound box taking up its entire torso. So, anyway, Megatron becomes the name of whatever bad guy they've got. And just getting back to my point, whereas Optimus Prime was replaced but never stopped being Optimus Prime, Megatron was turned into Galvatron. He changed form to where, you know, he changed his name, he changed his physique. He no longer looked like Megatron. There were things that were similar. You know, he still had the big gun. That was pretty much the similarity between Galvatron.
He was later voiced by Frank Welker again.
Maybe? I don't know.
I thought Frank Welker did Galvatron in this
sadly, and you know, we love you, Frank, but the I'm Megatron or I'm Galvatron, I'm crazy. What were you thinking? That was bad.
Well, did you want him to do a Leonard Nimoy impression?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I want Frank Welker to do Leonard Nimoy. Yes, you got it in one.
But don't they, kind of complain about it? It's like, yeah, you're not doing your own thing. You're just copying me. I don't know.
He could have even just done more Megatron. It would have been better. But not. I'm Galvatron. I'm all high pitched and crazy. So yeah. Anyway. So, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Armada Megatron. We are just to let everybody know, we are actually going to talk about this toy at some point during this live stream. Oh yes, it will happen. So we get. Wrong. Oh gosh, this is just so you know, this is the best live stream ever. Wrong. No. Give me that. You don't get that back until you learn to use it responsibly.
I was.
No, putting it in your mouth is not responsible.
Sure it is.
It is the opposite.
We need to teach.
It is the opposite.
We need to teach that to the more little children.
It
will solve much of the world's problems.
Most toys have like a for ages 6 and up, and the reason why they want, because supposedly at above 6 years old, you stop wanting to put your toys in your mouth.
I'm not putting my toys in my mouth. You keep pointing out they're not my toys.
And I have absolutely no argument against that logic. A toast to Dawn. I think he broke me. I think I just lost several brain cells.
Right there. Sweet and subtle.
Ty Guy says, wait, you talk about toys on these live streams? Wouldn't that be great?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Thank you for that. So, we've got...
Oh, hey! Paul's here!
Is Paul here? Holy
Paul's
crap! Whoa! A toast to Paul. Welcome, Paul.
How'd you like that segue?
That was that was good. You came just in time. We're 40 minutes into this live stream and we've accomplished absolutely nothing.
I've accomplished a lot.
You've certainly have. Anyway, a toast to Paul. So, let me just set this over there. All right, so Armada Megatron. There he is. He's got big horns, big moose antlers. He's got giant shoulders, and he is partnered with his minicon, the little silver guy, Leader One, who, strangely enough, the silver minicon that turned into a jet was partnered with Optimus Prime, but he was not named Leader One. They probably, because of the weirdness of the acquisition of GoBots as a property, but not the rights to the likenesses of Machine Robo, they probably were still being very careful not to imply that these guys were the same as the Machine Robo toys. You look at that minicon for Optimus Prime, the small one, and it actually does bear a pretty good resemblance to Leader One. So, but no, this is Leader One, or this is Leader One, and this is the GoBot Leader One, for which he is named because at this point in Hasbro's history, they own GoBots. So, now we're seeing the use of some GoBot names, even though we will never most likely get any true representations of GoBots characters as we know them in the Transformers universe. I know. It's very sad.
No, it's not.
It is, because GoBots are cool. GoBots are cool.
Roger.
Thank you. So we've got Megatron here. He's got shoulder articulation with big clicks and stuff, and his
shoulder
arms
pads.
go down, and he's got an elbow, and he's got a twist at the forearm. He's got a twist at the fist. He's got a same thing on this side, but he's got opening and closing spring-loaded hands because he's got a shiv. This Megatron comes equipped with a shiv. Like, that's cool and kind of terrible. Look at that. That's awesome. Here, let me show you. So the little thing on the side, and this is a minicon port. So going with the whole minicon gimmick of this series, you take your minicon, which you'd put it in your vehicle mode, and you'd have it on the arm, and then with some of these minicon gimmicks, you had to have a minicon in there to activate the gimmick. Now, not all of them. Like this one, obviously, you just have the port so you can activate the gimmick. But there were other ones that were very specific, and you see that the minicon port here has a little peg in the center. If I can get my camera to focus in on it. Maybe? Yeah, you see that there's that little peg in the middle of the minicon port. And what that would do is that would depress a little button in some of these things. I'm trying to see if there's a button in there. There might be. But And so for those things, you had to have a minicon to activate that feature. So yeah, he's Megatron
And, you
here.
know, speaking of shivs in hands, Grayscale is here.
Whoa, that's a segue. Grayscale, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But a toast to you anyway. By the power of Grayscale, because a sword is like a shiv. Yeah, you know, shiv in hand. Maybe. Anyway, a toast to Grayscale. So we've got actually really good arm articulation, and we do have a head swivel here, and you can make him wiggle his ears, which, yeah, that's important. And then you've got a waist pivot, and you've got legs that go out, but there's no, it doesn't go, you can't make his leg go. Like, okay, if I want to make him walk, I kind of have to just sort of go like that, because it does, like, I guess you can kind of swivel at the waist, and here, we'll do a walk cycle here, you know, just kind of do that sort of thing, but you can't get the leg to kick. He's got non-kickable legs. He also only has a sideways knee joint because of the transform. So he's got no knee joint here. He's got no swivel at the hip. And there's of course there's not really any ankle movement. Now I guess you can keep his legs firmly planted by doing that, so he can squat. He can squat, but he could. Like, he can do a really good... Here, let's do this. And it's like... oh,
He's getting ready to go Super Saiyan.
Yes, he
is totally getting ready to do Super... I mean, come on.
You know, wait, do that again.
Come on.
And then his horns would turn the color of your shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what would happen.
That would happen.
And apparently it is really hard to find an Armada Megatron that still has his antlers these days. The antlers are usually broken. So yeah, let's go ahead and show that. Yeah, look at that. That's him without his antlers. Now I know that the one at D&E Collectibles has the antlers, and that one. What was the price on that one? Yeah, I feel like it wasn't bad, but that's actually not a bad price for that Megatron.
No, I mean.
So yeah, a lot of these Megatrons don't. You know, the antlers just didn't. They just didn't survive. So.
Till all are broken. Oh wait, those ones aren't broken.
No, you can be replaced.
No.
So, So, all right, getting back to Megatron. So, yeah, you've got this robot mode, and they just did not give a crap about trying to give him leg articulation. It just like they could have. It would have been easy to have these pieces on a pivot. Like that would have taken very little extra tooling to have these on a pivot. And, you know, they could have had a joint in here. They just decided no. And Colleen says, man can't behave tonight. Don can't behave tonight. He's out of control. You, sir, are out of control.
I like the It Came from the Desert music.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
So anyway, a toast to Colleen and Ty Guy and Paul and
Told you.
Rob and everybody who's been commenting.
Subtly sweet.
Hey, thank you for sticking with us. this show would just not work without you guys. So thank you. All right. So a lot of the gimmicks that are built into this toy are mostly accessible through the vehicle mode. So let's go ahead and let's turn him into his tank mode. And so we're going to start. Let's kind of back off a little bit. There we go. And we're going to raise the arm, and then we're going to get the cannon out of the way. We're going to open the doors that are on the shoulders. See, there's these little doors here and door there. We're going to make sure that the head is facing forward, and then we're just going to slide the little thing up to cover the face. We're not doing it like that. It's going to take more. So we're going to put his shiv away, and then we're going to take the arms and just slide, then just pivot them right up inside the giant shoulders. And then we straighten the arm on this side, and we pivot it up. It's going to go back in. We close the doors on either side, and then we get to the legs. The legs are going to do a thing here. So they're just going, he's essentially going to squat. He's going to do a deep squat, just like that. And his knees are going to go up against the shoulders here. Oh, wait, you know what? We have to do a waist pivot. Do a waist pivot first.
I guess that makes me
No, it does not, Starscream. You just wait your turn. It'll only take you like 40 years to get to be leader. So there we go. So now we have the knees coming up, except that they're facing the back, but they're going into the shoulders. And then we flip the feet around here. And then we flip the heels up. And that is our vehicle mode.
And speaking of a vehicle mode, that means the Machiavellic is here.
Yes, of course. I'm just going with it. Welcome, Machiavellic. A toast to Machiavellic. You are just in time. We have managed to transform Armada Megatron. It only took us like 52 minutes. So here is Armada Megatron, and his tank mode is, it is a sight to behold. I will say that you look at this thing and there's a lot going on here, but it is also ridiculous. You've got the gaping chasm here in the front, and they just decided to own it rather than putting having some kind of a chest piece or some kind of panel here that folds up or folds out of the way. They're using the horns, and that is a play feature. That is like a minicon gripper, so that he can grip minicons and capture them in between his antlers. And so, that is a play feature. You'll notice that he's got this little button right here. And if you hit that, these things pop out, and these are minicon ports. So you can take minicons, and you can just stick minicons.
Wait, you're gonna stick them?
No, you don't lick it. You do not.
Lick
You do
them
not
to
have
stick
to
them.
lick it.
They stick better if you lick them.
They do not.
They do.
That has no impact
I
whatsoever.
remember
No,
distinctly
that-
from my
that's-
childhood, lick them to stick them.
That's not how it works. So
Yeah, that looks really powerful.
But you have places to stick minicons. You look at this. You have this thing, which also goes forward. Look, there's a minicon port on both sides, so you can do that. and then you can do that. And if you needed to change the position because the minicon, you know, some of them have the ports in awkward places, you can slide it up and down to make room. And then you also had minicon ports here on the shoulder things. So he's got a minicon port there on the side. And let's go ahead and
you've got...
I know. We're not even there yet.
We're not even there yet.
We're not even there yet.
Well, the problem is you're gonna have to start stripping off. We do not.
I know. So there. This is just the minicons that are on the front. This is just the shoulders. This is just the shoulders. This is absurd. Oh, okay. We got another minicon team. That's good. Okay, let's. So wait here. Let's get.
Just one minicon team.
Yeah, we'll probably.
I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see, or is there another one? I see 5 more minicon ports.
Here, transform this. We're gonna need it.
All right.
So we've also got. Okay, we've got more. So
I mean, we might as well own the ridiculousness of this. I mean,
we've got another minicon right here that just plugs in right there, and then we have another minicon port. Let's see. It's the tire.
That's great because
that's perfect.
That's perfect
because we were running out of space. So we've got that minicon that goes right there, and that actually activates this. Yeah. Oh wait, here he's getting stuck on the ice pick thing. Let me maybe spin this guy around because his
spin him right round, baby, right round.
Like a record, round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round. So this. Okay, you see it's got this slot here that's kind of an L slot. So you pull it, and then the things go, these missile things go forward. They make a noise, and then you can lock them in place by having that go there. And then we've got, of course, we've got spring-loaded firing weapons. So let's just choose somebody completely at random. Oh, hey, Wheelie, how you doing? Wheelie's feeling really tired. Go ahead, just fire. Okay. Oh, poor Wheelie. One shot takes him down.
And you know what Wheelie getting shot reminds me?
That Angry Vikings is here. So, is this techno? Oh, right round like a record. Angry Vikings, I don't know if you came at the right time, but welcome. A toast to Angry Vikings.
At this point, I mean...
So we're not done yet. Just so you know, we're not done yet. Let's...
I think you should show this one off because it has a feature.
So so he's got his tank mode has a minicon capturing station,
which there's a port on the outside, and then you've got
this little ramp thing, so a minicon can like drive up here, and it's got this claw. Wait here, let me show this. Okay, so it's got this claw that opens up, and then you convince a minicon to just kind of get on there, and then you're like, I've got another minicon here, because there we go. I'm never getting that guy out of there. So let's see, is that whole team? Okay, let's just get another team. We got so. But that's not all, because we also have a minicon port right there. What did I say? Well, okay. So we can. Maybe I can. Maybe we'll. I don't know. Let me swivel this. I'm trying to. There's minicons in the way of his turret being able to rotate.
But the more minicons you attach the more powerful he becomes.
That's
he's,
right.
He's gotten to the point where it's almost too much power.
It's never too much power. There, we'll stick that on there. So there, we got another minicon there, and then oh crap, he's got another one over here. Oh wait, let's not forget that there's also this container right here that slides out of the leg, and so you have that, and let's just say, oh, this guy's missing it's broken. That one is actually broken. I remembered finding that like a year ago, and I haven't fixed it. But so you have a minicon here, and then
for the purposes it has a minicon port. It just
there. So you capture the minicon there, and then we got this guy. Wait here. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work somehow.
have we already toasted Christopher?
So wait here. There. Nope. Come on. Okay. Wait here. There. We got that. Look at that. So there we go. Megatron. Oh, and he also has a firing cannon. Hey, Wheelie, stand up for a second. Wheelie wants to say goodbye, and by the way, I hate you guys. That's great, Wheelie. Just stand there for a moment, and so there we go. And I feel like this should go on Megatron's OnlyFans. So Christopher Remley is here, by the way. So welcome, Christopher Remley.
Hi.
So,
talk about an armada. There is an armada of minicons all over him. And this is making him more powerful somehow.
Yes,
as opposed to less functional, and I don't know how this is.
The gimmick for Armada is that minicons can attach to the figures and make them more powerful.
And I feel like this is Uncle Megatron entertaining a flock of 3-year-olds, and they're just climbing all over him.
There is an element of that.
This is Megatron Playground.
And wait, you know what? Let me turn him back into a robot if I can. That's
this will be entertaining without it shedding a ton of minicons.
Okay, let me put this.
I'm just gonna
there. Here. We can. Okay, we got the. Oh,
there's one.
We're gonna do this, and then we'll do that, and we'll do that, and what are you doing? I don't know why it's doing this. Okay,
Could be because it has way
you know what? We've got so many minicons on here that Megatron has actually achieved sentience. So there we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Would you shut up? There we go. All right. We're shut up.
I was gonna say you're not gonna be able to get the arms out without.
I'm gonna here.
You're gonna have to put that one back on. But
I'm putting it back on. But wait here. I want to get the arm out because there's a minicon port hidden there. So I realized that we were down a couple minicon ports. There we go. All right, I need 2 more minicons. Do I have? T-Fan page 101 is here, and I don't think that we've ever seen you before. So welcome, TF Fan page 101. Welcome. we did this.
Fortunately, it's not page 404, because then it would not be.
Oh
found.
yeah, you wouldn't have found us
No.
if you were page 404. See that? Anyway, a toast to TF fan page 101. All right, so wait here. Let me. Boy, there's a lot of. All right, let's. Oh my gosh! There's a minicon port that I missed.
Yeah,
right here. There's one on the
in the
back
back.
here. So let's put a skateboard. Wait, no, the skateboard's not going to work. Let's put a bicycle on the back here. Because that'll make him more powerful.
Well, but
still.
obviously it's on his leg, so it'd make him run faster. I mean, you know.
High wire. This is high wire, by the way. He is not cooperating. There we go. Okay, so there we've got the minicon there.
They couldn't actually see it. You didn't
And
hold
then there we've got high wire there, and then we've got
I like the skateboard for the shiv arm.
The skateboard goes on the shiv arm, and oh look,
that minicon has a minicon
it
port.
has a minicon port. So we can also put a scooter on top of the skateboard. There we go. And then we can. Oh, and we got two of the skateboards, which I'm out of minicons. Let's just. I feel like if we add more on top of that skateboard, we're just cheating at that point. But so there is. We got to reveal his face.
We crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside.
No, the nuts inside are running the asylum today.
So
Sorry, Rumble.
Okay. So yeah, he's got his gun. So this is Megatron with all of his minicons, like all the minicons that I could cram on here. That's how many minicons do we have here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 minicons.
Doesn't that actually beat Unicron?
I think Unicron can hold like 21.
Oh, could he hold 21? Okay.
But, obviously, Megatron can hold a crap ton of minicons. And so let's see. Angry Viking says, Megatron, all juiced up on minicons. I just added the But, and TF Fans 101 says, just be glad Megatron doesn't have Unicron's wings. Ooh, you can.
Oh, that's where most of the minicon ports were.
But he also had them like on the that shell the shell pieces, and he had one in the middle, and he had them on his legs, he had them on his arms.
He did have his on his legs.
He had a lot. So anyway, a toast to TF Fans page 101 and a toast to Angry Vikings.
Unicron's wings didn't come off, did they?
No. They could be taken off. They could unplug.
I'm just thinking, just sticking them on the back.
We don't need to do that. We don't need to do. We haven't gotten through one toy technically.
Well,
we
you
haven't.
picked the
We
one
have
with
not
the
gotten. We are at an hour and 8 minutes, and we are still talking about one toy. There is.
Well, the next one's the Star Saber, and is it really that much to talk about once we get there?
There's 3 jets, 3 modes, 3 robots, one kind of awkward looking sword thing. And yeah, that has a little.
Did it come that way, or did you do that?
No, it came that way. Yeah,
Really?
that's not me.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, TF fan page says, I'm so sorry to point this out, but can Megatron hold a minicon port in his hand?
Well, the ports.
Oh, well, okay, so he can. Yeah, you know what? Here, let me show this on camera, because this is a 5mm hole. So technically, yes, Megatron can actually hold a minicon there if they have a male minicon plug. Most minicons only have the female port, but like in the case of the skateboard guy, he does have an extra male. So you can do that, which would add another minicon to this horrible, nightmarish assembly of whatever the heck we're looking at here. But that. Oh, and Osaka Jack is here. So, wait, a toast to Osaka Jack. And he says, so the question is, of Clay and Dawn, who can fit more minicons on their bodies? You know, that's not necessary. That's...
Plus, you know, you can fit a lot.
Now my minicons smell like Dawn Funk.
See, also, you know, see, you just if
Angry Viking says, "Oh my!"
See, well, you know, and then if you like them, then you just stick them.
So, thank you for something that will be on the internet forever now. Thank you, Dawn.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Anytime.
So yeah, obviously, you take a look at Megatron, and he is chock full of gimmicks. He's got flashing lights here. He's got sounds. He's got firing missiles. He's got spring-loaded things that move around. He's got minicon ports inside of minicon ports. And so they said, hey, screw having him be able to take a step forward, but look at what we can do with this. And I have to say that as a child looking at this toy, I wanted to just pile as many minicons as
I like could. You say as a child, because remember, he's in college when these come out. You already stated that. So the child college student wanted to pile as many minicons on.
You know, I'm just gonna say that at our age, college age people are children. I realize they're legal adults, but when I see a college age person, it's like, oh, that little cherub. They are so young. They are so young. Oh, 20s. Oh, that is so pleasant. Such a reminder of days gone by. So
I gotta admit, I mean, we were just watching the movie Crawl, and I was like, I'm like 20 years ago when it was made, and you're like, no, you're thinking about it being made 20 years ago. 20 years ago, it's been almost 40.
It's been a while. 2002 was 20 years ago, so yeah, that's 20. I would have been, you know what? I would have been getting married in another 2 years. I met Monica.
The concept that you've been married for 20 years just does not enter my brain, because all of those years I quit counting. It just time has happened. Oh, math tells me this. Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that because I've got the best wife in the world.
Oh,
She's not even in the room to hear me say. Okay, she might have heard it. So anyway, TF fan page says, if I might have a request, Megatron riding a skateboard seems so early 2000s that we may open a rift in time. Do we have... Okay, wait here. Yeah, it's too bad we don't have one of those little ones from Five Below. But here we go. And... all right, so let's. You know what? I feel like that camera over there. It has the crank on the side. So crank it and make it go higher. Crank the camera. We're doing stuff. There's stuff happening. And wait here. You're going to be able to see it in the other camera. So here, there you go. Yeah, look at that. All right, there's the other camera.
It's fighting me. I'm gonna break the handle.
Okay, no, it's fine. That's as high as it goes.
Oh.
So all right,
You didn't
now.
tell me to stop.
Okay, now let's do this button and that button, and there we go. Dawn, you have to catch this. All right, you absolutely have to catch this because it will be terrible. Here we go. There we go. No. But yes, that is Megatron. And he's actually got a couple skateboard guys. We can do this too. Wait here. Let's take a couple skateboard guys here and just we'll put him.
It'd be great if he actually had.
I wish that he had some
holes on his feet.
The holes on his feet, because that would be perfect. Like, how could they make skateboard guys with pegs on top and not have 5mm peg or holes on the bottoms of every one of Armada's feet? But there we go. That is Megatron. We could have him try and do just one. There we go. Wait here. That's not gonna work at all. Here, we can do this. Oh, this is it. This is the stuff right here. All right. All right.
Why don't we get on to Star Saber?
So yeah, but anyway, well, before we jump to Star Saber, I just want to close out Megatron by saying that this toy is fun.
Really?
It's so much fun. They put I realize we've been goofing around with this toy for over an hour now, and it's like, gee, if it weren't fun, then maybe we wouldn't be goofing around with it for an hour. But it's the point being that these days, obviously, I look for good articulation in all of my Transformers toys. It's something that when I can't put their legs in a cool pose, then I'm disappointed. And it is probably the biggest frustration that I have with this toy, that I can't do that. In fact, I'm half tempted to have Monica order one of those ones on eBay just so that I can kit bash the legs and make them posable.
$24
Monica says, hey, I need to show how cool my skateboard is that I've never actually ridden, but still hangs in my office. So here we go.
I'm grabbing it by the hanger that's on it.
There you go. Look at that. Yeah.
Or do you want me to put it on this camera?
No, that's so yeah. Oh yeah. There's a dragon thing. Wait here. Let's show dragon thing with Bads Maru. Yeah. So and better copy of the dragon. So yeah. There we go.
Why don't you hand it that way so it's not back here?
Ow. Are you saying that we don't have enough room? We really don't. So
I'll start licking and sticking those to you.
Do I need to say the words? Do I need? Sorry. Do I need to say the words? All right. So
do you need to spray the words?
Do I need to spray the words? All right. So yeah. Armada Megatron, very different approach, and not. Yeah, for a long time, it was hard for me to see this as a Megatron, just because he's just a different guy, but awesome toy. That's where I'm. That's all. Okay, I'll move on. Star Saber. Let's talk about Star Saber being Star Saber. Let's move these guys. We've got we've got.
That's leader 1.
Oh yeah, leader 1.
I'll put him over there.
All right. So we have got now. Technically, these are repaints of the Star Saber. This is the Energon Saber. So technically part of the Energon line. But I remember when the set came out for the Star Saber, and they were like blue and white with a little bit of red, and they did not look cool. And you put them together in
their paint scheme wasn't as cohesive as this one is.
No, it was not as cohesive, and so so I just like I said, I only bought the toys that really looked interesting to me, and the Star Saber, the original Star Saber, just wasn't it. But then I saw these. Oh, what? I'm getting a message from my finger. Hold on. There's important information coming in. Monica says she missed something, which. Oh, the one nice guy is here! Oh, a toast to the one nice guy. Sorry that we didn't get you sooner, but the one nice guy is here. A toast to the one nice guy.
Yeah, I even got my drink ready to toast, and then
then shenanigans happened.
Well, no, shenanigans had always been happening, but
is there a point at which shenanigans?
I think it was around the skateboard time or something. I don't know. I got distracted by something.
Okay, so we have these three guys, and I'm getting another message from my finger. This is. So Monica's telling us that we're only allowed to show one toy per live stream.
No.
Odd
Eyes Dragon is here.
Oh, Odd Eyes Dragon is here. Odd Eyes Dragon. Okay, welcome, Odd Eyes Dragon. Have we seen Odd Eyes Dragon?
I was gonna say, that does not sound familiar, but I don't catch everyone.
Odd Eyes Dragon, if this is your first time joining us in the chat, thank you and welcome, and I hope you're having as much fun as we are. So
I'm not having any fun.
You're having fun.
I'm not.
You're
This is
you're
torture.
stirring the pot, and that's your favorite thing to do. Dude, look at him. Look, he's actually turning a little bit red because I called him out on his shenanigans.
Actually, it's gotten warm in here.
It has gotten warm.
It has gotten warm. Yeah.
I think it's you. Or the fact that we're in Pennsylvania, and right now Pennsylvania is kind of going through a heat wave. Yeah, one of the two. But
it's dropped. It's like chilly compared to the last 2 days.
So all right. So we have the guys. These are easily the coolest looking versions of these molds. And so we have Runway, and the Energon version is Wreckage. He's the serrated Concorde jet.
Serrated Concorde, okay. Yeah.
So I believe that's this thing.
Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah. Then we have Jetstorm. The Energon version is named Scatter, and he is the blue-fronted jet. And then we have Sonar. The Energon version is Skyboom, and he is a Venture Star stealth jet.
Odd that in Energon they called him Skyboom, since there was a
Skyboom shield. Right. Yeah, and you'd think that Skyboom would get to be a member of his shield, but I guess he is not.
No.
So
well, you know why? Because Skyboom just, he wasn't a shield kind of guy.
I guess he was like, I'm disowning that shield, and they're like, screw it, we're gonna name it after you anyway. So you have your jet mode. It's fine. It's a minicon jet, so it looks good for what it is. TF Fan 101 says, you guys need to toast yourselves for being great hosts for the night. The chat should toast too. You know what? A toast to you, Dawn, because I guarantee this stream would not be what it is without you. And a toast to TF Fan Page 101 for just being swell. And I don't use that word a lot, but it applies here. You are swell. Now, baby, all I know is that to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms. Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round your life. Okay, let's not do that. That probably went on longer than it should have, but there we go.
Anything on this live stream hasn't gone on longer than it should have.
I'm just gonna point out, okay, this is not filled with booze. This is the way we are. This is Brenner diet citrus green tea.
Retrobot subtly sweet peach tea. Not grandma's sweet. Not grandma's peach tea.
This
either.
This is not my mother's tea that would have, you know.
Not the special tea from Tenchi.
What? I forget what the specialty was.
Sake.
Oh.
But in the American dub, they would call it specialty. Oh, Tenchi, go down and get us a specialty, and then I'll get drunk.
I didn't know that. Okay. Well, you know, I'm learning something new every day. So,
It's been actually
right.
mentioned before, you've just forgotten. We've talked about it at least 3 times on this stream.
I don't think that we have. I think that you're making that up.
Nope.
You know what? I want proof.
I will. Oh, God, that's a lot of scrubbing through old live streams.
Yep. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to bring it and show me the clip. There we go.
I can come up with. I can find one.
So,
Yes. Granny's peach tea. Right there. That's what it's not.
It is not that. So.
You know, what's funny is people have really thought this was crude and just didn't. I loved that. I just thought it was great because it's just like some people are like, oh, Lex Luthor wouldn't do that. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
he's that snide and smart. You know, he's gonna show it in your face. I loved it.
So all right, so we have a jet mode. This is, you know, I mean, it's a weird looking jet, but it's like a future jet. I think that it's fine.
It feels a lot like the X-Men jet.
It does. Oh my gosh, I never realized it, but you're right. It is absolutely the X-Jet.
Which would make it more of an SR-71 look than a Concorde.
Yeah. I don't get Concorde from this, honestly.
Actually, I think it's supposed to be a serrated SR-71.
Huh. Well, you know, the
I
wiki
mean,
said...
I know what they people have listed it, but I'm just looking at that shape going, nope, I don't buy it.
Yeah, you know, I think that you're right.
Because Concords have long needle noses.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. A Concorde has, you know, a long thing. So yeah, you know, we can look at this guy, and once again, you know, for a little tiny jet, it's a cute little jet, and especially with the translucent parts. I wasn't all that impressed when I saw them in regular opaque plastic. But seeing them in, you know, even this sort of mustard yellow, it's translucent. It's cool looking. I mean, translucent parts just look cool. And so you have this guy, and he's like, and granted, like this doesn't look like it fits. Yeah, it seems like there should have been a blue paint app here, but they don't have it, and that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. I think that it's still a cute little thing. And this, to me, this looks like the space shuttles, from Armageddon? Does it... Or what was the movie? There was a movie that had space shuttles that looked like this. It actually kind of looks like the G.I. Joe space shuttle.
I was going to say, that's what it looks like. It looks like the G.I. Joe space shuttle.
Yeah.
You know, Monica will find it.
I know that it's supposed to be the Venture Star shuttle. What? Defiant.
Which is not to be confused with the one from Deep Space Nine. Defiant.
Right. That's a different Defiant.
A much cooler Defiant.
But oh yeah, Monica's got a picture. Wait here, let's
Oh, yeah.
let's hit the thing, and yeah, oh boy, yeah, that really does that's what he looks like. Yeah, he's here. Let's do that, and then maybe if I hold this just right, we'll do like a fade. Oh, that was so good! I am so good at this. Wait here. Okay, fade back. Oh my gosh! It's like it's like you're looking at the exact same thing, and it's just see, it's transforming into a minicon. So, yeah, that's really what it looks like to me. What was that?
Monica always wanted this.
You wanted the thing. I bet that's not cheap. I bet that would cost all the money. So
It's still cheaper than a flag, I would believe, because I don't think that playset was as big as the flag.
no, nothing was as big as
I
the
know
flag.
the Michael Mercy got that set eventually on his channel. It took a while, but he got a mostly complete set of that.
I actually saw that on display at was it? Oh, which show was that? It might have been Toy Palooza. I think it might have been Toy Palooza.
I've been to
Yeah,
a
the
few of
first Toy Palooza. But all right. So let's go ahead and let's turn these guys into little robots, because that's what they do. They turn into little robots. And so we're gonna start with
Little
robots, little vehicles, minicons. Minicons. I said minicons.
I know you said
What
minicons.
were you saying?
I said schlockbots.
Schlotbots. There we go. Wow, what a good chiptune version of that! I'm so amazed that somebody did that. So we've got the legs that slide out here, and I'm being very, very careful because translucent plastics tend to be a little bit brittle, and this translucent plastic is about 20 years old. So we're going to pull that around. We've got the little fists that come out here, and then we've got you've got the head that comes up there, and then we do a twist. I believe that we do a twist. Come on, baby, let's do. There has to be a twist? Is there no twist? I guess there's no twist. It seems like the twist is in the feet. The twist is in the feet. I'm glad I didn't force it. That would have been tragic. So Monica was just wondering. We had the ring light on. It's a row of like a dozen LEDs. I don't think
it doesn't talk. I was even, but it doesn't need
now,
to be on.
We
now.
also have like the 300 watt equivalently bulbs over here and one over there, and then several rows of LED lights above us, and then another couple LED lights that are behind the TV and behind the facade here. We also have two TVs running. And a computer,
a couple computers,
we've got 4 computers running. The largest of which has like 1,000 watt power supply. We're, I don't have to wonder where the heat comes from. There's a lot of sources. So all right, let's anyway. I can see the screen when you do that. I
guess that makes me the new leader.
You know what? It does. Starscream. You're the new leader now. Congratulations. So, getting back, so that's.
I think the answer is obvious.
Great. So that is Sonar slash Skyboom. You know, this is technically Skyboom, but it is a repaint of Sonar. And you know what, the robot mode is pretty decent. I mean, you don't get a lot of articulation. You get some arm movement. This guy has elbows. He can nod his body because of the transform, so that you can kind of tip his head forward and back. He's got Armada Megatron's hips. So, yeah, you know, he's not going to walk either. He does have ankle joints. So
again, due to transform, a lot of these is just due to transformation. But hey, you know.
But you know, honestly, I'm not too concerned about the articulation in a minicon. Yeah, I for a minicon, if the arms can pivot forward, usually that's my biggest hope. It's nice if their legs can move in some way, but it's not like as big of a priority, because it's just a little tiny thing. Minicons were usually constructed a little bit worse than, if you remember, the Micromasters from the Gen 1 days.
Oh yeah.
But this guy is actually very well constructed. He doesn't have a lot of delicate joints and pieces that easily pop apart. He actually feels pretty solid. So yeah, this guy is pretty good. He's got a decent little space shuttle mode that isn't supposed to be a space shuttle, but it's absolutely
Slight rabbit hole, but hell, we're this far in. Okay, so you talk about Micromasters, right? And here's something to think about. So Micromasters, which are kind of on the same scale,
yes,
you would buy them in a 4-pack.
4-pack. These 3-pack. Nowadays, 2-pack. And you know what? They lost me at the 2-pack.
And now you've got Core Class, which is only slightly bigger.
Single. Yeah.
But they are bigger and more articulated.
Yeah,
so
yeah. They Core Class are not minicons.
They're not.
They are more on par with the Scout Class. So
well, the minicons were always kind of to fill that price point void.
Things are. I really need to get like an edge strip to stop stuff from falling off this table. It's a Formica top, and it's very slippery when, you know, like plastic stuff just skates right across it, and we've seen that on this live stream tonight. So let's take a look at Jetstorm.
You need to change.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
All right. Well,
I'm going to do it. Why do you have no faith in me?
No, I don't.
Our clever leader doesn't know what it does.
It's a button. I just have to press the button. So, all right. So we have Jetstorm here. I believe. Wait, no. Is that this one is the serrated? So this is Jetstorm. And the Energon. Well, it is a recolor of Jetstorm. It is the Energon version is called Scatter. So, which, you know, it's kind of weird that that they didn't just say, hey, these are the same characters powered up. You know, that's usually something that they did a lot during this period, is release the same toy in different colors and say this is a powered up version.
Or they're all Thundercracker.
Or they're very Thundercracker. You know, they could have just said, hey, this is Jetstorm, and he feels very Thundercracker.
He does.
And now his name is Scatter. He feels Scatter. He feels very Scatter.
Well,
yes,
I like the spelling. It is Scator. T-O-R.
Yes, S-C-A-T-T-O-R.
Which makes me think that since scat is a term for finding poo in the wild.
You're going there? Because I was going with the music style.
So I was going, it sounds like a GoBot that turns into
poo. Thank you for
wild
that.
Animal poo.
All
and
right.
It's Scator.
So this guy actually has landing gear. So let's like do his landing gear. If I can get his landing gear to come out. There's his landing gear. So look, he has landing gear. Huh? Little landing gear. That's cool. I like jet toys that have landing gear. We're going to pull this back, and there's another piece here. it's like a double joint, but it doesn't quite want to go, and I'm really nervous. I am so nervous
Till all are broken.
No, I don't
Till all
want
are
it to be
broken.
broken. I don't want it to be broken.
Till all are broken.
There. Okay, I got it to fold back. That was worrisome. Okay, we have this part that wiggles. We got the legs here, and the legs are actually they're kind of involved. They swing down, and this leg is going to swing down from here, and then we're going to, there's like this little linkage piece in here, so he's got a double jointed knee, and then we're going to bring that down there. We're going to pivot these. Let's see. Yeah, I think that we pivot them. Yeah, we pivot them this way so that he has his feet facing forward. And then we've got the tail here. And the tail, I believe, let me get this right. So I think that this has to kind of shimmy up because it's on a slide. So I'm just going to wiggle it up, and you see how it's kind of coming up above the surface of the back of the jet. And then that's going to give me enough room to pivot it around, and then it comes around
And breaks right off.
and I'm so worried about that. you have no idea. And then
No, I do, and part of me did question why picking. I mean, these are the best color scheme, but again,
well, I don't have other. Yeah, I don't have the original.
you didn't
Star
have any
Saber.
of the other repaints of these. You just have the Energon.
I think I just Remember, I wasn't getting a lot of repaints at this
Well,
point.
that's
I was
true.
poor.
Well,
Repaints
and,
cost
and
money.
you didn't prioritize them later for stuff because, well, you have this one, and well,
So
wait,
there.
it's translucent plastic.
There, we got it. We got it to go around, and then we have the arms, and they fold up and then swing down like that, and the camera is not focusing in at all. So wait here, let me show that. There we go, and then we've got this little thing. It just bends up, and then goes down around like that. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go, and so. Yeah, there we go. And so, yeah, he's got the tail of a plane for a chest, and I actually like that as a design aesthetic. I mean, it's absurd when you look at it from the side. It looks like he's really excited to see you, but there he is, and he's got elbows. Now he can't reach his arms forward, but he does have the elbow joint here. He has the shoulder that allows his arms to go out to the side, and his legs are very well articulated. Yeah, he can do stuff with his legs. So, you know, not stuff that seems natural, but he can do it. So, you know, that's the robot mode, and it's a pretty decent little robot mode. I mean, considering the limitations of such a small guy, that's actually really cool. It is hard to see the detail on the translucent plastic. Yeah, I really have no idea what his face is supposed to look like. I could maybe get the camera to focus in. Let's see. There it is. So, yeah. Oh, he's got angry eyes. Look at him. He's got angry eyes. He's like, oh, I'm a mean version of what was the big puffy guy from Big Hero 6? Baymax. Yeah, he's like angry Baymax.
Only he came out before Baymax.
He looks like a Pokemon Gardevoir. Okay, you know what? I can't say it. John, say it.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir. Okay. Gardevoir. The eye was throwing me off. Because Gardevoir. Okay,
Gardevoir.
so you didn't say it right. You're making fun of me, but you didn't say it right.
You didn't know what it was saying.
I just own the fact that I couldn't read it, but you.
I just went and moved on.
Gardevoir. Gardevoir.
Pokemon. I mean, you know, you either know how you pronounce it or you don't. And since I didn't even know what it looked like.
So that is Jetstorm Scator. And then we get to, whoops, not that. We get to that. And this is runway / wreckage. You know,
Wreckage, that's a great name for a jet.
you know, I mean, if it
Well,
were
what-
a Junkion,
Well, you know, why don't you, if you're pulling GoBot names, why don't you go with Crasher while you're at it?
okay, Crasher is awesome.
Crasher is awesome, but if Crasher was a plane, do you think that name would be good?
Well, I'll tell you what, I sure wouldn't want to ride in the plane. That's the lesson to be learned from that. So this plane body is almost all one piece. That is just one big chunk of plastic there. So you're not going to see a whole lot of conversion here. Let's turn it over, and then you can see the legs and the arms kind of folded up in the underside. So we've got the legs that come out here, and yeah, it's got a knee joint and it's got a hip joint. Now it can't do jumping jacks, but you know, it's got legs and he knows how to use them. And then he's got elbows. And the forearms are just kind of molded into the wings, and you can't really see them, but they are there. And then the tail of the plane folds down. This is another one where the tail folds down, but let's get the head up, because I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to reach it once I fold that chest down. So we'll put the head up, and then the tail down, and when we put the tail down, it's going to make the head want to go down. So we've got these little, it's nice that they put these little notches on the back of the head, because that's important. And then, all right, so once again, let's just put him like that, and that is actually, you know what, he's a pretty decent looking little dude. Yeah, having the tail fins as a chest, that works, and his proportions are pretty nice. His articulation is pretty limited. He can nod his head. Yeah, he can nod his head forward and back. He can bend his elbows. He's got knees and hip joints, but that's it. He's not waving his arms to the side. He's not doing jumping jacks. He's just a little dude, and he looks cool. And wait, maybe I can even get the camera to show his face. Can I get the camera to show his face? There. Yeah, there you go. And so he's like, he looks like a modern Cylon. You know, a little bit like a Cylon. Sort of. Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, I mean the
Actually, you know what? He looks like Vigilante. He looks like Vigilante. He's like, see, you don't know my identity. All you know is red visor. So when they show the mug shots, it's just going to be a circle with a red visor. That's protecting my identity. Now, you might be able to tell from the size that it's more of a skinny face, because I don't do face exercises. But whoops, wrong thing. Oh yeah, we want to do that, and then we want to press this button. There we go. So, and here, wait, let me put him on screen. I'm going to do the fade, and it's going to be great. And yeah, we'll have him.
Yeah, try to match that pose.
Oh wait, here it's this arm. There we go. Okay, so.
Actually, that's not half bad attempt. You might actually get better than I thought with
there, and okay, press the auto button.
Auto button.
No. Wrong hand. There we go. Okay, and we need to get it in focus. Come on, camera, you can do this. Don't focus on my fingers. Focus on the guy. There. Oh, wait, here. All right, there he is. Okay, auto button. Okay, and back. There. He's waving. Try again. There. Yeah, that's like totally the same thing. No, don't hold it, because then it'll just freeze in the middle. There we go. So
No,
yeah, that's him.
I was trying to like go real fast between the two. because you're having me control things. So.
Yeah, that is a mistake.
I'm just like you asked for it.
All
I'm not
right,
going to give you the ability to give you the time to reevaluate that statement and what it might mean.
So these guys, to turn them into a Star Saber, for the most part, you turn them back into jets. So I'm going to just very quickly, I'm not going to walk you through the process because it's not even that long of a process. Look, he's a jet. And we're going to, okay, I'm going to go very carefully with this guy because he's got little skinny parts. Oh, don't break, little skinny parts. Please don't break. Please don't break. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous when I'm doing it. It's all this translucent 20-year-old plastic. Oh. Yeah, I feel like Transformers needs to have like a subscription service where once you buy a toy, then they'll just re-release it every 20 years or so, and for an extra fee, then they'll send you a copy of the re-release so that after your toys are old and delicate, you can do this. All right, so
I didn't spin his head around. I wasn't sure where it goes.
Oh, his head just kind of goes down like that.
I was because I think it messes with the handle.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So, all right. So to do the Star Saber, we're going to split the legs on this guy. You kind of do a thing like that, and do a thing like that, and then we have. Let's see. We have a thing that happens here. There's a thing that happens. Oh, the back of this thing has to swing around to this side, and then we have, let's see, there's a thing that happens here. Let me
Well,
see.
this is that the top bit?
I don't think it is actually.
Oh no, I
I
don't
think that this nose piece folds down like this,
that. And
and then this.
there are two ports there that plug in.
So here you've got this little peg right here, and that's going to go into this socket right there.
Oh, does it go
and
into
they're going to
that?
go like that, and see the little
okay.
wings kind of go into the hollow space.
Oh, okay.
Right
This.
here.
Oh, and this is the two doubles go into this thing. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And see that's probably one of the more deceptive things about this toy. That kind of moved. You kind of expect the pointy plane to be the end of the sword, but it's not. It's not. And then we take this, and this plugs onto the end right here. And
Well, you see, that's why this is a serrated, because it's the tip.
Yeah. And so yeah, we can. Whoops. There we go. Okay, my mixer was doing weird things. So yeah, it looks like that. And then let's do the camera here and pull back a little bit. And get Wheelie out of the way because the camera absolutely will want to focus on that. Press the auto button. And there it is. That is the Energon Saber, aka the Star Saber in different colors, and that's it. It's vaguely sword-esque if swords looked like a bunch of planes mashed together. like that's that's what it is, and that's one of the things that's a little bit difficult with these tiny combining minicons. It's a cool concept, but it's really hard to execute this and have it look as cool in real life as they want you to believe it is, like in the show.
Yeah. And Monica had mentioned that she thinks that it makes a better sword than the Sky Boom shield was as a shield.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
couldn't
and-
even decide whether it was a shield or a sled. So,
Yeah, well, and I think part of the problem was the fact that I think the jets could have been used to make a better shield, making use of their wing forms, because it was a car team that was the Sky Boom.
right, but
So
but you
the
know what?
Sky Boom shield was made out of cars. The Sky Boom shield was not made out of jets.
You know, I've known about this for 20 years.
But you never thought about
And
it.
I never thought about that. You know what? A toast to Dawn. Yeah. The Sky Boom, it's made out of cars. It should be like the Road Boom shield.
That's why it makes a better sled, because it's made out of cars. Could have.
But it was still called the Sky Boom sled.
Well,
What if it's a sled?
It would have been the lead sled.
It's the lead sled.
The lead sled. It's a nickname for a classic car.
Ah, okay.
I'm thinking it might have been a Mercury, but I don't remember.
So, anyway, so yeah, so you have. I guess we could like there. I maneuvered these things to sort of get them to be pointed the right way, maybe a little bit more. So, but obviously, you're not going to get cars to bear any resemblance to a sword. This at least has like it sort of looks sort of like an anime sword.
Well, no.
a little bit.
You should have used the skateboard because it was thinner. And I forget what other things you could have done with it.
And the bicycle, and like there was the skateboard, the bicycle, and the scooter.
But
yeah.
They didn't come. No, they formed a guy by themselves.
Yeah, they turned into Perceptor.
That's
because obviously, like when I think of a skateboard, a scooter, and a bicycle merging into a robot, that robot would be named Perceptor because he's perceptive. He's a very perceptive. So TF fan page 101 says 2 grown men figure out toy sword 100% no clickbait. We need that screenshot. Oh gosh, if only we advertised. So all right, so we have the sword. And we're just going to set that aside because we've got Tidal Wave. All right, so this is the Armada, not quite the Armada equivalent of a Titan because of course they had Armada Unicron, but what are you doing?
He's doing a Kamen Rider kick.
Okay. So yeah, that's so.
I just noticed he could do it, and you had him close in that pose, so I just figured I'd finish it for you.
Okay, well, thank you. So
I assume we're getting to a point where Tidal Wave shows up on the game, which is why it's in the background here.
So Tidal Wave turns into 3 vehicles, 3C vehicles, one of which is an aircraft carrier. And so if you figure that just his arms are an aircraft carrier, he would be Titanic.
No, the Titanic
not
is only
the
ocean.
Titanic.
Ocean line.
Not the Titanic. Okay, let's just go ahead and let's show. I'll hit that button and this button, and yeah, there you go. That. And this part was cool. Like this was a cool part of that game. And he looks great animated. Yeah, this is from the Transformers Armada PlayStation game. And you just see that Tidal Wave is just gargantuan. and it's cool. I mean, this is it's just a really I love that interpretation of the character, and it makes sense because like if his arms are aircraft carriers. So Tidal Wave big. That's what I'm taking several minutes to say. Tidal Wave, it represents a very big
Actually,
guy.
the aircraft that launch off of his arms, they're minicons. It's not that big.
Scale has always been a problem.
It's an aircraft carrier for RC planes.
You know what? It's actually
all an
the
illusion.
G.I. Joe aircraft
Yeah,
carrier.
it's the flag. It's the flag.
It's
His
the
arms
flag.
are literally the flag, the toy flag.
Yeah,
so
not the real flag.
He's literally not even as big as
there's
Bumblebee.
that whole mass shifting thing that has to happen, because if you remember, the Gen 1 Micromasters supposedly turned into full-size vehicles.
Yeah. Well, again,
So
we're going to see that there has to be some mass shifting. We're talking about how titanic and huge he is, and well,
scale in the Transformers universe is out the window. It is just out the window, and this is an excellent example of it. So you have Tidal Wave here, and he's got a good robot mode. I like his robot mode. He looks good. He's got good proportions. He can actually kick. He's got legs. And you know what? I feel like if I had a junker Tidal Wave, and I were to use these leg bits, then I could swap them out with Armada Megatron's leg bits, and actually give him legs that would do this, because they look very similar in size. But so yeah, we've got that, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show him in front of this camera or not. He's big. I'll put him, slide him back. And then I'll press the magic button over here and this button over here, and that is Tidal Wave. And again, the detail is nice. The colors are decent. He looks like a Decepticon, and the grays and the greens and the purples are all very subdued, but he looks good. And then we've got really nicely articulated arms. He's got shoulders with clickers. His arms go out, they go in. He's got a rotator at the bicep just above the elbow. He's got an elbow with clickers. He's got hands. He's got gripping hands. Well, sort of gripping hands. He's got like a set of fingers there that comes like that. He's got a thumb that swivels. Same on the other side. His head just slides up and down for the transform. So there's no articulation. It doesn't twist or anything like that. We've got a waist pivot. We've got hip joints that go out and in and forward and back. So he still doesn't have proper knees, but he can do things like, because of that waist swivel, then you can do things like what Don showed earlier, and get him to, let's get that. Yeah, so you can have him do stuff and get into the approximation of cool poses, even though he doesn't
kneeling down to pick up wheelie. He's gonna grab him and now you got Cheddar.
Yes, that's what he would do, and so we have that. Also, let's see. I need let me take a minicon here. So he's got some minicon ports all over him, so you can stick minicons. We're not going to do what we did with Megatron. I feel like people have lives, but he has minicon ports all over him that allow you to power him up and do stuff. That's the weird one. That guy just faces forward. He's weird.
Well, it's useful in some of the places where you want to shove two together, but only the posts are too close, and you need one to stick that way.
This one, the port's there. So we got. So
who's the minicon that comes with this guy? What's the name of him?
So he Ramjet.
Ramjet, that's right.
And I've got him hidden in here. So there he's got that and. Here we go. All right, so we have a little tiny Optimus Prime. There we go. Is this the one that was that goes with the Ark? Oh no, those were tiny. Those were really tiny.
That's probably that's not world's smallest, is it? It's world's smallest, which are big, are smaller than core class.
But you know what? I don't think that it's significantly smaller. I don't think that it's any smaller than world's smallest transforming Transformers, and it's just a statue. So it's a Transformers character, but it's not even really a Transformer because it does not transform. So yeah, he can hold Optimus Prime. And that's how that goes. So here, I'll put that down. So yeah, he's got minicon ports all over, and he's big, and he's got articulation, and that makes him a fun toy. It makes him somebody that is kind of fun to take off the shelf every now and then, and have him be like, Willie, see a big guy. Boy, I wish I could fly. Oh, it sucks being a ground vehicle. And
wait, hey, see, watch this now. He's now a ground.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I see.
So yeah, let's go ahead and turn him into his. Well, he actually has his separate mode. Separate 3 modes and his combined mode. So let's go with combined mode first. So we're going to put the head down, and then we're going to take the, I'm going to switch camera views because we're just not going to get a good view of what's going on like this. You're going to straighten out the elbow. You're going to rotate that around. You're going to flip the little fingers like that and flick the thumb to be forward like that. And then take off the extraneous minicon. There's minicons stuck all over him. And
it's like a minicon infestation.
We need to spray for that.
I was thinking, yeah.
So again, we're going to flatten the fingers. We're going to put the thumb in that position. And then these things are going to come around here like this. And you're going to put the aircraft carrier arms together. And they're going to go like that. And then we're going to kind of bring everything down like that. And you can see how everything kind of squares off in the back. So you have that. And then you rotate the chest around, and that kind of covers up the little bit of head that you can see there. And then this is the part where I feel like I kind of wish that this worked a little bit differently. You have these things. Let's see. So they're gonna do a thing here. You rotate at the waist. You bring these around, and he's gonna do a sound wave. And bring these around here like that. And like that. And then these are going to collapse up against the side here. And see, there's little tabs here that are going to kind of catch on the hollow space inside there. Just like that. And you can flip out the wing. And then you do the same thing here. And so, yeah, you have kind of a big ship mode. And this one's a little bit loose. Well, actually, that one's a little bit loose. So, it's a ship. That's a ship. It's definitely a ship. I'm not super wild about this. I feel like I feel like maybe they could have done something a little bit different.
Visible robot crotch syndrome.
It's got visible robot crotch syndrome. Now, it's still a decent ship. I accept it. I dig it, but I just wish it didn't have like robot crotch. It also has some neat features. So I showed you before that you have that place where a folded up ramjet fits, and then ramjet is going to unfold like this, and his nose cone is going to come forward like that, and then that is his jet mode. So now you have a jet mode, and now once you have his minicon out, then you can do cool things. You can plug it in here, and this is what I was talking about before. You see how there's that little orange dot inside the minicon peg? Well, it's going to be activated here, and by pressing that in, that allows you to move this forward and back so that it activates his guns. See, that's cool. That's cool. Angry Vikings actually worked at Atari during the time the Armada game was being developed. Holy crap! So, Angry Vikings, I'm just going to imply that Angry Vikings wrote this game. Awesome job, Angry Vikings. I loved this game. Just like, so that you know.
I worked at Atari. I was like, didn't say she programmed it, if I just say anything about where they were.
I don't care if Angry Vikings was the janitor at Atari. I've decided that Angry Vikings wrote this game. And I'm going to say a toast to Angry Vikings for making an awesome game.
I was in payroll.
And also...
I assume Angry Vikings probably was in coding somewhere or something and developing, but
So, also, Tim Kangaroo is here. So, a toast to Tim Kangaroo. Yeah, I played this out. I played it out completely and collected minicons and then went through the special modes and everything. And, that flew around. I mean, that was a fun game. And I feel like that's a game where you could tell that there were limitations in what they could do with the time and the resources they had, but they handled it beautifully and kept things manageable and made a really fun game. So yeah. So that is the combined Tidal Wave ship, like space ship, although maybe it's also does it float? Probably, because it's made up of boats. So it's
hey, we can fill up your tub and see if it floats.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I see a sink over there.
Thank you for belching on air. That's great. So, but this guy comes apart. So we want to take him apart. We've got
Transformers more than meets the eye.
So we got the arms, and then we've got those, and then the. That's just uncomfortable right there. And then these things go together here. And it's a ship. It's like a ship with two bows. Bows.
I like the fact that
this is cool. Like this little thing that you can keep.
It's an aircraft carrier, and you think about it, like sometimes
it's got a little elevator.
And sometimes on real aircraft carriers, you can see the hangar was exposed on some models, I believe.
So So yeah, we got that, and then we've got this thing. So we've got. I don't really know what this is, but
he needs to be on deck.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. So he should be on deck. This has a neat thing that happens. You've got these things that come up, and then little minicon chairs fold out. Which, granted,
It's a
most
minicon dropship.
It's a minicon dropship. Now, granted, most minicons don't have legs that can allow them to sit in these chairs, but they're there, and that's pretty cool.
You can't sit in these chairs, but here they are for you to not sit in. Because we're Decepticons, we are taunting you.
We're
your legs
taunting
don't
you
work.
with your bad articulation. Just like Thruster, only Psykill can sit in the chair. So
Well, it's his chair, man.
it is his chair, so yeah, you get Thruster, you better get a Psykill. Because otherwise that chair is just decoration.
Well, you can get a Night Striker Psycho, even though there's I forgot I was gonna look to see if there's some kind of a reference online that you couldn't find, but I don't know.
So let's just show these, because I think that we can get these in front of the camera. Let's do that. Get these guys out of the way, and then do that. So yeah, these are the different vehicles. Yeah, you have the ramp thingies here. I guess this is like a troop deploying thing, something like that.
It says Troop Landing Craft.
Troop landing craft. So there you go. And then you could even have minicons on here, and they could go like that, which is cool. This is a cool thing. And then you've got this, and it's sort of a battleship with two bows and no stern.
This is the stern. It's just the back of the boat.
Okay.
When the boat ends,
that's the stern.
when the boat breaks in half, then
Then the broken end becomes the stern.
It's the new stern. As
So
opposed to the old stern, which is now on the bottom over there.
and then we have our, admittedly, a little bit of a chunky aircraft carrier, but it's an aircraft carrier.
It's carrying an aircraft.
And it's carrying an aircraft. So, you can't complain about that. And
I mean, the elevator doesn't hold the aircraft properly. You have to fold him up to get in there.
Yeah, but you know what? The fact that they made that work is actually really cool.
Well, I mean, admittedly,
and it's even got this spring-loaded thing here. I mean, there's a lot of play value just here. But of course, the one of the big selling features, question mark, is that Tidal Wave could combine with Megatron.
Oh, hell no.
and this goes back to the scale issue we're talking about, because Megatron was prime-sized.
So
In the video game, you saw...
okay, let's just... This is something that Megatron also does, which, this is something that Megatron does. You can extend his body and then swing the whole tank turret around, and then you can turn this little crank, and it's supposed to spin. It's supposed to spin something, but it doesn't. Maybe we have to have it like that. Nope, it's just not spinning. It is. Maybe we have to have this like that. Does that engage it? It doesn't.
you might have to push it down now, because it was trying to spin before.
Okay. Nope. Oh wait, there we go. We got a moment of spin. Nope.
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
So Megatron does that. And so let's just go ahead and put Megatron up like this. And so if you push this down, you can put it on Megatron's arm.
Maybe.
This is... Okay, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, you can have that on his arm. And then I think that this thing, you know, if you want to bring up a picture of how this is supposed to look, because I'm going to be honest, this is not something that I do very often, because it's not, I'm just going to, spoiler alert, this is not really very good. You clip this, so you have that, and that can clip onto the back, and then we have this, which I think goes onto the other arm. It goes onto the other arm.
Actually, in this picture, it's the other way around.
See, because he's there, and this is on.
Yeah, let's at least have that at chest height, because it's a little bit. There's
nothing wrong, nothing to see here.
Oh, wait. We're getting a message. TF fan page 101 has to go. Oh, hey. Thank you for joining us, TF fan page. Have a wonderful night, and I hope that we see you again. Thank you. Everybody say goodnight to TF fan page 101. You're gonna miss something
You can come,
noteworthy.
You can come back and catch it later.
So there's the minicon port here. You just, and there's a little hole there, so you plug the thing in there, and then you close these claws around there, and now Megatron looks like this. This is Megatron combined with Tidal Wave.
Oh, you want to try to do a wipe with this picture and that?
You know, I feel like I've got that's mirrored. Yeah,
I know. That's why
that is
it won't work.
It's not gonna work. But let's go ahead and just show this, whatever it is. What? Oh, okay.
Ramjet's
okay.
on the arm.
Okay, yeah, we have to have Ramjet on the chest, because why not? So wait here.
But they don't have Leader 1 on him.
Oh, they do not.
I mean,
Here we go, and
right there.
there you go. Are you? And so here he is for what is quite possibly one of the worst combined modes in the history of the franchise.
Well, one of. Okay.
Not necessarily the worst, but this is what it is, and
you know,
it's just Megatron with crap all over it. He just and you know, when we already piled crap all over Megatron once today, and honestly, that was pretty cool. I mean, it was absurd, but it was pretty cool. This is
So unwise.
it's just so bad. It is just so bad. I mean, this does not. It looks like something that just wasn't really thought out. Yeah, and you know what? Ty Guy just said it's definitely a thing, and there you have it. And you know what? You're so right, Ty Guy. It's just here. Let's get a little closer. Don't be shy. Get a little closer with Air It Extra Dry. But yeah, you know, like having these on the arms doesn't. It just looks like. It just looks like extra shit on his arms, and you know, it's not like this looks like a power claw. It just looks like I mean, it wasn't even that great of a boat to begin with, and it's even worse as an arm, and it's certainly not a cannon. Osaka Jack says, I've never before seen a bad guy that looks more susceptible to gravity than this guy.
Yeah, but-
like the pure weight of his parts would be enough to defeat him. And
like,
that's...
but this is look at it. It's a claw. Look, it can open. It's a claw hand. Claw hand. Super claw hand.
It certainly is something.
It's something. Which bring the camera back.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and
So
just take
when
that off.
you mentioned this, it popped a thought in my mind, and this is something I want to talk to everybody later in the comments.
What are you doing now? What are you doing to our poor... These people are tired. They want us to shut up. What are you about to do?
Wait, here's the thing. Okay, you mentioned one of the worst combiners. Do you think Clay should do sometime for a live stream, a stream of what we consider to be the worst combiners?
Ooh.
I think everybody should put in the comments later. Sometime later. They can come into the comments later. They don't have to do it now. Stop and think about it. Maybe,
Yeah, let us know what you think are the worst combiners. And so Monica was just commenting that she thinks that this is like a big magnet gravity weapon. Like it sucks in metal or stone and then he can fling them. Sure, yeah, you know what? I could see that. I could see electricity between the ends and this
called a Gauss rifle. Gauss.
Yeah, this does nothing for me.
No, it does.
I'm
not saying it does something good for you. But
it's so...
There is definitely...
Like, this is just, okay, let's just stick stuff on them. And the weird thing is that I could easily see them having designed these legs to come apart and maybe attach in some way to Megatron's legs, or maybe underneath his feet, to give him extra height rather than just, kind of sticking on his back. And honestly, this turret on the belly thing, that never looked. No, we're not putting the turret down. We're not putting the turret down. Just it's not that kind of a channel. We're leaving it at chest height. This is coming out of his chest where a chest burster would come out of his chest, squarely in the chest and no lower. So and it's like, okay, he's got the arm things already split into two arms, so maybe have each arm go onto each arm, and then I guess maybe this could be a backpack or something. I don't know. This is ill-advised. It's like, I like both of these toys, but this isn't good. This isn't what this should do. So I'm gonna undo this because there's one other thing that you can do with these toys that honestly I didn't even realize until we were prepping for this live stream. Let me get that off. That's really on there. Like that's not really on there.
Let me get this off, Clunk.
So, okay, I need these. And yeah, you want to take the rest of the parts off. So it turns out, and I don't think that it was necessarily designed this way. Maybe it was. But it turns out that the connectors for Tidal Wave's arms... Go ahead and build the rest of Tidal Wave. Wow, here,
I've got to build the rest.
You do. That these connectors are almost identical to the connectors used by Leo Breaker, and of course the many remolds of Leo Breaker, to connect to Cybertron Optimus Prime. Which means... Oh, good, we piled a whole bunch of these on top of Cybertron Prime. So, you had Cybertron Optimus Prime, and one of the things that was a feature of this toy was that you could put the arm around the back, just like that.
Form, feet, and legs.
And then you could take Leo Breaker, or in this case, Leo Prime, and, oh wait, here.
Form, they never say form torso.
Not in Transformers. You have to rotate the front. Rotate the front. You're probably gonna have to spread these because the pegs are gonna get in the way. Okay, so you've got Leo Prime, and you could stick him on here, and he makes one of the worst arms in the history of like power arms. It pretty much makes it so that Prime can't stand up anymore because it's so out of weight. There needs to be a pivot here that allows it to kind of move away from the body, but it doesn't have one, so it's just kind of always here. But the point is, you can do this. Yeah. This is something that's built into this toy. You can do that.
Does he have two connectors? Does Prime have two connectors?
Yeah, he actually does, and
so
so
you can put Tidal Wave's arms on him.
That's where I'm going with this. So here's what we can do.
See, I thought you were going with this, which is,
and that's the other thing.
Because
that's the other thing. You can do that. And if so hold that up for the camera.
Well, I think this is a good post.
Yeah, you know what? Let's.
That. Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Go. Voltron force.
Unfortunately, I think his arm is. I think the arm's on backwards, but right there, it's.
Yeah, you gave him the wrong arm, but that's okay. I'm gonna steal that arm.
I think you're putting that arm on wrong too, so
There. Okay, so all right, so we have this, which you can do. Let's pull his head up.
I didn't really want to go, so
there. So we've got that. He can do that if you want to. Now, at least in this case, because there's. Remember when I talked about my table being slippery? So at least in this case, you can move that arm away from the body, which helps. But it's still not a good arm. He really does not. This is not working. Okay, yeah, maybe if I had two of this toy, but it's not necessarily a very good toy, so I didn't get any repaints of him. It looks like when Spike was put in the Transformer junk body.
Autobot X.
Autobot X.
Brain hurts.
I'm like a Frankenstein monster. So all right, so you can do that. And then you can also take the arm off here, and you can do, wait here, yeah, and so we can go that, like that, and like that, and you can give Prime Tidal Wave arms. So, that's a thing that you can do. It's
This is bad comedy.
you can do that. And now it seems like Tidal Wave's things are just a little bit bigger. They go in a little bit further, so it doesn't really lock in very well. It just barely fits. But look, it's Primal Wave. Tidal Prime? Prime Tidal Wave. It's okay. You never need to do these ever now that we've done them for you. None of these things work very well. It's so sad. You know what? I wish that this, it's such a bad looking appendage.
Is this hole the same kind of connector?
I don't think so, but let's just go ahead and find out. You know,
Does
let's,
that fit in there?
No, well,
Oh.
no.
Because, you know, I mean,
That
would
be,
that not be epic to have this just mounted under there?
They can't see what you're doing.
I
You
know.
have to hold it up. Hold it.
I was trying to get a hold of it so I could hold it up.
There.
You know.
You can, but you can't. It doesn't quite. Do that. So,
Sorry about that. I didn't think it'd skitter as much. Sorry.
So, now you know how to give Prime Tidal Wave arms.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
And isn't that something? It's of all the things that I have ever seen.
I actually don't mind this.
You know,
admittedly, if you need another one of these.
I will say that on Tidal Wave it works better than on Prime.
It does. It does.
It absolutely does. And I will say that both of these, wait, hold that up again. Hold that up again. Okay, both of these combinations still work better than sticking any of Tidal Wave onto Megatron.
Double kill.
So, that's it. that is Megatron and the Star Saber and Tidal Wave and a little bit of more. A little bit more. We gave them a little bit.
Did we?
More.
I think we gave them a lot more. I think a lot happened.
So
I think there was a lot.
you know, with that being said, boy, there's minicon containers everywhere here. But so I hope that you enjoyed our part 1 of what's going to be a really long. Yeah, we're just going to kind of go through this. It's not necessarily going to be every week. Okay, we're just going to kind of touch back in from time to time, sort of like we've done with the Dinobots and with other popular subgroups in the line. So yeah, this is going to be
a ladies' night in a while.
No, we haven't. But you know what? There haven't been a whole lot of new lady characters.
Yeah,
either,
I mean,
so.
you've got the new RC, but anyways, you know.
So, but yeah, we will be coming back to this, bringing you more Armada characters, and then after that, we will go through Energon, which Energon I'm really excited about. Just so you know, spoiler alert. I really liked most of Energon.
Yeah, especially Ironhide, Obesimus Prime.
Not those.
I mean, you know,
Those
right there.
There's two characters that are really, really bad. Those are those two. It's those two
characters.
But you know what? Getting through an entire line
with
and
only two really bad. Yeah.
Anyway, but we digress. We are a small channel trying to get bigger. So if you haven't already, then please subscribe and click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing live streams like these, which typically happen every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern United States time, along with our Short Circuits videos, which are shorter form standalone videos, more convenient videos for your viewing pleasure that we release throughout the week. Also, click the thumbs up button if you had a good time, because that helps us out. Comment, because we like comments and we respond and stuff like that.
Worst combiners, do it. Comments later.
Oh yeah. We want to know what do you think were the worst combiners? It's good. There's going to be a lot of Gen 1 in there because they had some bad. It's going to be Scramble City.
Monstructor.
Oh, he was bad, and I don't even have one of those. But you know what? Friend of the channel, Michael Spicer does, and we might even be able to get him on the channel to show them. So you know that could happen. So also, we do, if you are in a position to help the channel grow, we do have a Patreon. There are different levels with different rewards, including exclusive content, buttons, stickers, and various other ways that we can think of to say thank you for helping us out, because we really do appreciate and kind of need all the help we can get in so many ways. That being said, we have a special thank you message from Unicron. Put this on. We have a special thank you message from Unicron.
okay,
Here,
there we
put
go.
that. No, that's not where it goes. Okay, so let's do this. Thank you message from Unicron.
Do you have the sound effect queued up?
I do.
All right.
Okay, but I can't see. Okay, here we go. So there, we're gonna do it like that. It's supposed to. Your Retrobot. It's supposed to fit on your head. It doesn't fit on your head. So,
Thank you to our patrons, our ultimate retro heroes. Thank you, Fetchbeer, Rob S., Matt White, Starhound, Setsune Wave, Dawn, Hope and Michael D. Thank you. And while you're at it, I'd like a ham hock. I could really use a ham hock right now. That sounds delicious.
and so thank you, Unicron, for thanking our patrons. Next week, something a little bit different, and we're going to need your help. So this is one, get on the chat. This is going to be cool. We are going to take a look at some of those classic choose your own adventure books, and we're doing it with Hope. Hope is going to be here. She promised us weeks ago that she was going to be here. So if Hope can't make it, it must mean that she doesn't care about your entertainment enough. And, isn't that sad if Hope were to not come down? I feel like everybody should let Hope know how much we want her to be here next week to do this live stream with us.
If she's not here, do I have to replace her and then I choose all the adventures?
No, that is absolutely not the way that's going to work.
Oh, okay.
That's
I'm just saying, I try to be helpful. I'm sure it'd be wonderful.
so.
Probably be better with Hope here, but I mean, not my fault.
I don't want my character to die, like after the first choice in every adventure.
Well, come on! Every once in a while, I'll pick it wrong.
So here's the thing: the survivability of our character will only be based on the writer of the book not putting a life and death choice right in the first page. Anyway, so with that being said, thank you to everyone who has been with us tonight. I've had a great time. I hope that you guys have had a great time. Did you have a great time?
No.
I'm not a bit surprised. Mission accomplished. So, with that being said, a toast to Rob S. A toast to Ty Guy. A toast to Colleen. A toast to Nate, Connie, Lyric, Cadence, Cinder, and Ella Fillion.
A toast to Michael Spicer. Oh, and Asher. Asher and Michael Spicer. Sorry.
Asher and Michael Spicer. Thank you.
I'm used to Michael Spicer and Asher. So.
A toast to Paul. And
toast to Joy.
Thank you. A toast to Joy.
You
want to do this one? By the power of Grayscale! A toast to Grayscale!
Which is apparently activated by shivs.
I hope not. A toast to the Machiavellic. Hey, oh, you want to get the next one?
Toast to Angry Vikings.
A toast to Chris Remley.
A toast to TF fan page 101.
Hope you come back. Hey, he's not gonna come back after this. A toast to the one nice guy.
A toast to Odd Eyes Dragon.
A toast. And a toast to Tim Kangaroo.
Yeah, and actually, he already came back, so
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that in chat.
Oh, that's great. So,
So,
and
I
of
didn't
course, a
check,
toast
so-
to you. Thank you for coming up on short notice. I'm glad that you were here for this. I hope that you're here for the rest of the series.
We'll see what we can work out.
Because we have opinions, and they don't always agree. And it's, so. And of course, a toast to Monica, who's been working her little patootie off on many, many, many things. But thank you for still having a cute patootie.
This is the way.
So, all right. Thank you so much. We're not keeping the music going? I felt like
She's tried to kill it twice. She's telling you you're running
it's a
long.
short loop. It's a short loop.
She's trying to roll you out. She's like, I'm tired. I want
Wait
to
a
go to
minute.
bed.
Do I see Toad full tomato
No, Toad.
Toad full tomato doom saying yo
Ultimate. It's
Toad food
No, there's
ultimate.
no D. It's Toad.
Toad fu. No, there's an F.
Yeah.
Tau of Ultimate Doom.
Yeah, I was gonna
Tau
say,
of Ultimate Doom. Welcome, Tau of Ultimate Doom. You are here just in time to see us say goodnight.
But you can go back and rewatch
Toa.
this. Yeah.
Toa. Toe of Ultimate Doom.
Yeah, you kept your eyes want to make the second
like,
O as a D.
Okay.
Which
You
I'm
know
like,
what?
no.
The problem is that my prescription is a little out of date and the chat window is way over there. I am sorry that I butchered your name like 20 times and you've only been on this live stream for 2 minutes. That's a record. So, anyway, thank you for coming and I hope that you come back. I hope that you review this live stream and enjoy it. And anyway, now with all of that, this is Clay, and you are
and Dawn.
and Don telling you to keep it retro. Come on, Don, do it.
No.
Keep it retro. Come on, Don, do it. Come on, keep it retro. Come on, Don, do it. Come on, Don, do it. Come on, Don. Keep it
I can keep
retro.
that. You can do it all night long.
Bots.
All night
You
long.
know, he was doing it in spirit. He's doing it now. You can't see it. We went to the closing screen, but he's absolutely doing it now. You're doing
except
it
the
now.
finger's not supposed to be pointing that way.
Yeah, it's I think Retrobot. Keep it Retrobot.
And,
I should probably click the stop streaming button at this point.
I don't know. What should stop us now?
Oh, wait a minute. I bet there's some other really dumb way to combine these guys. We should start it up